Hey there, Libra. How's it going? Hope everything's going good with you and yours. Welcome to your week of May 9th, 2022 reading. If you're new to the channel, thanks for coming by. Appreciate it so much. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. Hope everything's been going good since I last saw you. This is going to be a general reading for you guys here. So if it resonates with you, that's awesome. If it doesn't resonate or part of it doesn't resonate with you, then it's just not part of your message. So don't take the stuff that doesn't click, obviously. But if it does resonate, that's awesome. And the best ways to let me and YouTube know are to leave a like down below and to leave a comment down below as well here. Cards are very talkative for you today, Libra. Everything's trying to get out all at once here. Let's see what we got here, though, for you. But we're going to be looking at your oracle cards here in a second, and your past, present, and future cards here as well, and clarifying all of them. If I didn't say that already, I don't think I did. I don't think I did, but... Ooh, all right. So we're starting things off with the porcupine spirit and the dragonfly spirit here, saying time for a beginner mind and truth transcends illusion. So with time for a beginner mindset here with the porcupine spirit, just saying, hey, be like a beginner, try to be like a sponge, absorb as much information, as much knowledge as you can about a situation. Maybe approach it from, even if you know it quite well, approach it from a beginner's mindset where you might ask a lot of questions like, why does this happen? Why do we do this, right? And sometimes just going through the basics can really refresh things for you. Or if you're starting up something new, be very inquisitive about something as well. And with this dragonfly spirit here too, truth transcends illusion. Oh my Lord, having a time here. Truth transcending illusion here is just saying, like, the truth will always be, the truth, right? It's always going to cut through, like, the illusions. It's always going to cut through the BS. It's always going to cut through people lying and, talking out the side of their mouths and stuff, right? It is going to transcend that stuff. So just be honest and, go by the truth, go by the fact, go by your truth as well here. So I'm liking that. Let's get into your beginner here. Beginner, I'm having a time here. I'm trying to pump out like 10 messages at once too, apparently. Same as the cards. Must be a lot to be said here. But we've got in your past energy, judgment, the star, and the world. Big time messages with that here. Actually, most of your main spread here so far, we've got a lot of major arcana here. Over half of your cards are major arcana. So big time energy, big time message for sure. With judgment, the star, and the world here, really saying, I feel like you're experiencing a revitalization here of yourself. For some of you out here, like there's a kind of this re-energy, right? Re-energizing, right? Judgment represents rebirth, returning the life. The star representing kind of a glow up, rejuvenation in that way as well. And the world here, something big, something significant. I feel like this is a big change of energy. Almost kind of like, how things are, hello Spike, things go in sort of ebbs and flows in life. We kind of go through peaks and valleys and such. It's almost as if you're having like a huge momentum swing up at this time. Like it's kind of like you're gaining your energy, you're transcending and becoming something even more powerful, right? Like Obi-Wan said to Vader, like, if you strike me down now, I will return more powerful than you can possibly imagine. And that's kind of what I'm getting here. Not to say someone struck you down, but it's almost like there's a sense of like you're getting this huge push from behind. You're getting this huge rush of energy at this time, like because you kind of fell out of before you're starting to come down into the valley, and you just grabbed as much momentum as you can, and because on the other side you're coming back up, right? Like you're like, I'm gonna make this as best as I can. Like I'm gonna make the most out of this. So I like that. That's awesome. Let's clarify judgment here. What do we got going on? Clarifying judgment. We got the Queen of Swords here. So yeah, you're seeing clarity. You're seeing your goal. You're seeing your truth here for sure. Queen of Swords cuts through the BS too. She cuts through the illusions with her truth as well. So that's beautiful. And I feel like that's really a big message here for sure with this reading, is like cutting through the BS, cutting through the lies, cutting through the illusions and getting to the truth of things. And I feel like you're seeing yourself coming in powerful, and you're not going to let anyone tell you you're not, right? You're coming in a strong way, and you're like, nope, I'm not letting any of you tell me I'm not coming in a strong way. I'm doing what I feel is right. I'm coming in powerful. Like, you can't stop me. You can't cut me with your words, right? Let's clarify the star here too. We got strength. Yeah, look at that. Sign of Leo. The star is Aquarius' card too. So if you have either of those in your chart, that's super strong. Means a nice little bonus coming in for you here. But with strength, clarifying the star, like, this is like you're coming back stronger than before, right? Like, that's a really good energy, right? Like I say, you cut me down now, I'll come back even more powerful than you possibly imagine. And it's like you're living up to that with this. It's like, yeah, I'm coming back even more powerful. Like, this isn't gonna keep me down, not for long. Right, this didn't keep me down for long, and I'm coming back like with a vengeance here. So I love it. Let's clarify the world too. What do we got? Got the Knight of Swords here. So yeah, you're not like you're coming in fast too. Like, with this big change, this big significance. It's like you're rushing forward. You're like, no, I'm just going for it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go after it and pursue it. No questions asked. Like, this is my truth. This is what I want. I'm not taking no BS off nobody. I love it. That's awesome. All right. In your present, you got the Six of Wands, Death, and the Ten of Swords here. Also very good. Death talks about cycles, changes, things happening in your life, a cycle coming to an end, and we're ending that negative cycle because we're taking that momentum, we're taking the ball, and we're going to run with it. I love that. With the Six of Wands here as well, it's a card of leadership, victory, success. You're all about that too. What's really awesome as well, you won't see it this way, but where the way I'm seeing it in your reading, they're moving forward. They're moving towards the future, right? They're heading into the future, into the the success, into the happiness you want to achieve here in your life. So like, definitely we're changing, we're having success, we're gaining everything we want here, and we're moving towards the future for sure. And with this Ten of Swords, that is like saying, like, we're not going to dwell on things. We're not going to dwell on the negativity. We're not going to dwell on the BS. We're going to dwell on the success and the good and the positive here. It's like almost with this porcupine spirit, this beginner mindset you're taking here is saying like, hey, I'm going to, use this. I'm going to take a beginner mindset, and beginners don't worry about like failure or stuff, or don't worry about like not succeeding. It's like, no, I'm just going to start up new and I'm going to go for it. I'm going to give it my best, right? They're not going to worry about like, oh no, like, what if I don't do this right? It's like, well, it's a new thing. It's a new day. It's a new situation. Like, let's go for it here, right? And I love that. That's awesome. Let's clarify this. I love when readings are they're so flow into each other like this. It's so easy to do, and it feels so good because I know somebody's clicking with this for sure, or clicking with parts of this. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I get that. That's awesome. So let's clarify this Six of Wands here. We got the Five. I did this last time. We got the Five of Swords here. Five of Swords, clarifying the Six of Wands, is saying like, you're not dealing with unfair situations anymore. You're not dealing with the BS anymore. You're going forward and you're going to have success because you don't need to deal with the unfair stuff, right? It's like, it's almost like, it's like someone saying you're powerless, and you're like, no, I'm not. I'm absolutely not powerless. Like, you look here at like this sort of Anubis here in the back, and this woman here, she's kind of crying. It's like she's upset. It's like he's coming for her, and she's like, oh my God, this is fair. He has all these weapons. I don't have nothing, right? And it's like the Dragon Ball Spirit saying, no, truth transcends that. Look at all the blades she has there. Right? Look at them all. She has access to weapons. She can defend herself. She's not powerless. It seems like she is because, like, he's big and he's imposing, and he's probably, telling her, like, you ain't got to hope. I'm going to take you out. Don't worry. Like, this is going to happen. But she's not as powerless as she thinks. And I feel like with you, you're in that no BS mode. And you're like, people are telling you you're powerless, telling you you're not going to succeed, telling you you're not going to achieve your goals. And you're like, nope, I'm going to. Don't you even worry about it. Like, you're going to be proven so wrong here because I'm going to achieve everything I want to achieve. Beautiful. Let's clarify death here. What do we got for you? Clarifying the death card. We got the Seven of Cups here as well. You know, your dreams are very important at this time. I'd focus on them. Focus on trying to achieve your dreams as well. As well with the Seven of Cups too, it represents a lot of options in front of you. Like again, like we're looking back here with this Five of Swords. So there's 4 swords there for her. She has a lot of options of what weapon she wants to take. Seven of Cups, there's 7 lamps. You have a lot of paths and options before you in order to get to where you want to go, right? It's not people saying you have no options. It's not people saying, well, you've only got one real path here. It's like you've got as many as you want. You know, you are open, you're open to possibilities, you're open to opportunities as well. And I think that's really beautiful. And this Ten of Swords, let's clarify this as well. What do we got for the Ten of Swords here? We got the I'm having a hard time reading today. The Two of Pentacles here as well with that Ten of Swords. So you're not going to get stuck. You're like, no, if I get stuck, I'm not going to be stuck for long. I'm going to cut that out, whatever. I'm going to find a way out of it. I'm not going to sit here and dwell on things. I'm not going to sit here and get stuck in cycles of negativity with people here. So I love that. Awesome. And in your outcome position, we got the Sun, the Three of Wands, the Eight of Pentacles here, looking good, looking beautiful. The Sun, the happiest card in the deck, everything coming up, Libra. That's awesome. All this positivity, all this happiness you're working towards for sure. The Three of Wands here saying your ships are coming in. You know, everything's like you've been working hard. You are going to continue to work hard, and in the future, your rewards are coming into you. And the Eight of Pentacles is saying because you're putting in the work, you're putting in the time, and you're strong and powerful enough to achieve what you want to achieve for sure. But you're also going to be working hard to get there, right? You're not going to sit down and you're not going to be like, well, I'm just going to achieve this naturally. I don't need to put in the time. You're going to be like, no, I know I need to put in the time. I know I need to put in the effort, but I'm stronger than these people think, right? They think there's nothing here, but they, you know, I'm turning, it's like, it's a professional wrestler, I can't remember their name, but they said, like, I'm taking, like, chicken shit and I'm turning it into chicken salad, right? Like, and I feel like that's what you're doing. You're turning something that they're saying, oh, this is nothing, you can't do anything with this, and you're turning it into, like, the best thing possible, right? And they're just like, what the, you know, like, they're just like, what the hell is this? Like, you know, how did you do this? And it's because you knew you were strong enough to do it. You knew you weren't going to take no prisoners when it came to this. You knew that you could achieve this, and that what they were saying was impossible because they're being narrow-minded. They're being, you know, kind of like, oh, nobody can do this because I can't do it. And so that's not the case, right? It's like you can do this because you know you can do this because you see a path that they're not seeing. Or you're even seeing all these paths that they're not even thinking about because they're like, oh, well, nobody can do that, right? That never happens for anybody. It's kind of like, in some things, like I live in a small town here. We're on the wrong deck. I live in a small town here. And in a province, like a nowhere province here in Canada. And it's kind of like, you know, you don't generally think of like people being very successful here. But we've produced some pretty significant people out of Nova Scotia here, like Sidney Crosby, Nathan McKinnon, 2 really famous hockey players in the NHL, 2 extremely talented players in the NHL. Brad Marchand as well, as well. He comes from not too far away from where I live, really, as well. You look at just recently, I can't remember her name, but she was just on Jeopardy for 23 days, consecutive days. Like, she won 23 days. It's like, that's incredible. Like, you know, but like from a small town and like kind of a dinky little province like we are here in Nova Scotia, you wouldn't think like people could achieve that. And, you know, people around here, I'll tell you, that especially people I know are very narrow-minded and very kind of like, well, you know, that doesn't happen for everybody, right? Or you can't do that, or none of us will ever achieve that. And it's like, no, you can do this stuff, you know. If you put the time and you put the work and you put the effort in, right? If you're just hoping like, oh, I'm just going to be blessed with natural talent and that's how I'm going to get there. It's like, well, obviously you didn't, but you know, you still know, like, you can still work hard, right? You may not be blessed with supernatural awesome talent, but you can always work hard, right? So let's see what we got here for you. Let's clarify this Sun. We've been talking about all this negativity. Let's talk about some positivity. Let's clarify this Sun here, all right? 10 of Cups. Awesome. All your dreams coming true. All that beautiful, you know, happily ever after energy for sure. Clarifying the Sun. Boom. What more could you want out of that? All right, let's clarify that 3 of Wands. I love it. Okay. we got the Three of Cups here. Celebrations for sure coming in, especially with your ships and your rewards coming in too. Reasons to celebrate, reasons to like want to, you know, get together with your friends and your family and be like, look at what I've achieved. Like, look at the success and abundance I brought into my life here. Beautiful. And the Eight of Pentacles. Let's clarify that and send you on your way here. What do we have? King of Wands. Yeah, go after what you want. Don't be afraid of failure. Don't be afraid of looking like a fool. If this is what you want, chase after it. Go after it. Pursue it with confidence here. I love that. So hopefully that helped you out, Libra. Hopefully that, you know, resonated with you. If you want to help out the channel, you can leave a like down below, leave a comment down below. You can also subscribe to the channel if you're new and you want to stick around. And you can, of course, check out your sun, moon, and rising sign videos after this one and see what might all be coming for you in the week ahead. And I hope to see you, Libra, in the next video.